I want to welcome you to La Tienda Cigars, a local cigar shop located here in the heart of Edmonton. La Tienda was opened in 1994 by a man named Julio Garcia. Julio opened the cigar shop because he saw that in Canada, most of the cigar and tobacconist shops were older, British-style establishments, and he felt that having a more Cuban-esque style shop with a coffee bar would be more appealing. In 2004, Julio wanted to sell the shop, and ownership transferred to a young cigar enthusiast named Curtis. As a young man, La Tienda had always been Curtis's favorite cigar shop, and now he had the opportunity to continue a service that was honest, reputable, and knowledgeable. What makes La Tienda unique is the warm, friendly service and staff who love cigars. They have a strong connection with the local community, and many of their customers choose to hang out in or around the shop. They are also an official Habano specialist shop, so their selection of Cuban cigars is very large. They have buyers from around the world who stay in contact for special Cuban cigars. Alright, so we're here at La Tienda in Edmonton, Alberta, and this is their walk-in humidor. The selection is, honestly, it's pretty nice. They got everything you need here. They got a little bit of everything. So your Cubans are actually right behind you. You'll see some B-roll of that. Got your Nicaraguan sticks right here, Dominican Republic, Honduras. There's really good selection here. The cigars look fresh. You can tell that they care. The quality here is managed for sure. It's under control. I've been to cigar shops where you go into the humidor, everything's a mess. Looks like the cigars haven't been rotated or touched in a long time. A little bit of mold, I would say, in some of these humidors, but not this one. This one is nice. It's very clean. All right, so this wall looks like it's all Cubans. Very nice. Partagas, Trinidad, Monte Cristos, Hoyo de Monterrey's, Bolivar. It's a good Cuban selection right here, and they look really nice. And I want to pick them up and smell them, but that's not proper etiquette. You don't go into the shop and grab them and start sniffing them and touching them. They look very good. And finally, I want to share some details that Curtis, the owner, shared with me that I think you'll find interesting or useful. Curtis says they do host private and public events. However, they do not advertise these events very heavily because of the anti-tobacco regulations and laws in Canada. They also offer a private monthly cigar selection. These are handpicked by Curtis, and he says, quote, "I really try to give our members an interesting variety and good value. Some members have been strong for almost 10 years. And then I also asked Curtis a few personal questions so that you guys could get a good feel and perspective from him. Do you remember the first time you had a cigar? Which cigar was it? And how was the experience?" Curtis responds, "The first time I went to a tobacconist underage, they sold me a beedi, which are an Indian herbal thing that looked like a joint. I was intrigued about what else was out there besides cigarettes, which I thought smelled and tasted terrible. My first real cigar was a Macanudo Cafe. I bought it from Hub Cigar on White Avenue. That shop lasted over 100 years in Edmonton." My next question, what are your personal top 3 cigars if you had to choose, and why? Do you have any tips or advice for new cigar enjoyers out there? Curtis responds, "I like a variety, but my favorite go-to cigar is the Ramon Allones Specially Selected and La Flor de las Antillas by my father. I like to enjoy everything we carry and more. Every cigar and every batch is unique, and that keeps me interested. My advice for new cigar enthusiasts is don't take all the stuff you see online seriously. There's a lot of good info and a lot of total BS out there. If you keep in mind that cigars are handmade and take 3 to 5 years before they are ready to enjoy, you will appreciate each one a little more. Also, always enjoy the cigar as slow as you can while keeping the cigar lit. This will ensure you get the most of the tobacco blend instead of overheating and burning past those flavors. Both points speak to the time and meditative quality cigars give. And that's actually something that I've learned to implement in my cigar journey. You need to take your time. Each third of the cigar offers new tastes and flavors as you progress through it. And if you're enjoying the cigar too fast, you can really start to mess up the offering of that blend. I hope you guys enjoyed that collaborative video between me and the owner of La Tienda Cigars, Curtis. I really wanted to record this conversation between us in person, but unfortunately Curtis was away from the shop and he wasn't available to shoot during the time I was visiting in Edmonton. I do highly recommend La Tienda Cigars. If you're in the area, it's worth poking your head into the shop to take a look at what they have. I'd like to ask you to leave a comment, a like, or perhaps share an experience you've had with La Tienda Cigars so that others in the community can see your feedback. I think it'd actually be really interesting to hear. That's going to be all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day.